everybody. Welcome. I'm Howie Howard from Mr. Furious Records. And for this week's musical adventure on Dat Fury Radio, I've got new guest, Jason Jefferson. You may know him as Ritoc. What's going on, Jason?
What's up, y'all?
And I think it's safe to say at this point, friend of the show, MC Reach, beatmaker DeJohns. What's going on, Reach?
What's good, Howie? Thanks for having me on.
You sound great. You look great. I love it. We are here.
Hold up, I don't get to sound great, look great.
You sound great. You look great.
Chop.
It's all
Chop
good.
liver up here, but that's all right.
We're here to talk about some new music and some I don't want to say old, but some existing music that you two have collaborated on. Before we hear anything, Jason, why don't you give me just like the 30-second background on the 10 songs we're about to hear over the next 2 weeks?
Well, these are songs from one of my favorite producers, not just in the Kansas City area, but worldwide. DeJohns. I've been knowing this guy for over 30 years now. We actually went to Ruskin. It was kind of a running joke that we were part of the East Coast, or the Ruskin East Coast Coalition, because we were like maybe 5 people that actually liked East Coast music. So that was kind of how we first met. I followed his career, starting out. I used to catch shows down in Lawrence, and I told him, I was like, man, one of these days we're gonna work together. He gave me a beat. I think it was like 2015. Ended up doing that song, putting it on one of my actual first mixtapes. And then ever since, like every time I hear something from him that I need, I hit him up. I'm like, hey man, how much? He gives me a price. I purchase. And then we try to make these hits. So.
Beautiful. Reach, you want to add anything?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just echo everything you said. I think knowing each other from going to the same school and having some mutual friends. Jaz is a great friend of ours. So, having a working relationship over a long period of time, being able to create it's been fun.
Well, let's hear some of it. The first song's called Intro, but it's basically a full song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And shout out to Just Angel.
Baby, I'm ready. Ooh, I've been ready. I'm thinking you mean my place, your waist, my waist touching gently. I take your hand in my hand, dance and just now we love it. Fupa in the front, lace front top.
Fupa in the front, lace front top.
I'm just playing, nah, I'm a fan, girl, I was just saying.
And excuse my singing, y'all.
So we were saying a minute ago before we started recording, I mean, love and dating and relationships is a big theme of this set.
Yeah. And then that's actually a lot of my music. Like, I'm kind of that guy that used to do a lot of backpack, or what they call backpack rap. But the older I've gotten, I've kind of moved into, more of their relationship type of, the good and the bad of relationships. So a good bulk of my music are, tracks sort of like this, just pretty much different tempos and different type of situations that I've been in. So, like, I try to make my music relatable, but I also try to make it, real, like stuff that I've actually been through. So.
Reach, do you notice any from the beat side? Can you pick out what's kind of has a love theme or what works? Talk about relationships, or is it a surprise to you what Jason picks up?
I'm never really surprised. I would say that the through line between all of the tracks that we tend to work on is a pretty prominent soul theme. I think everything has a kind of centers around soul. You heard that on this particular track, the sample that we worked in for this one. So yeah, I think if there's a common thread, it's always that there's a soulful feel to the work we end up doing together.
And I'm saying the Johns is good for that soul. Beats good for your soul. And this, I want to say this was part of the first batch of beats that I got from Reach. Like I don't even think you were going by the Johns at this point. Like he was still Reach. Because this one, a couple songs that I believe are coming out, like yeah, that was still like kind of like the rap guy that was starting to make beats, but this was just so dope when I heard it. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you just started,
Love hurts less and
like basically saying that this is what I want to move into. And I was like, hey, I'm with you.
Like a track meet. So many dudes ran through. Got their baby daddies beefing. Can't hang cause the baby teething desperate cause tougher season right around the corner. Sorta still love her daughter's father. Screenshot they combos bomb.
Yeah, and this right here, I actually wrote this from I called her my CVS Muse. Because I used to work out at the Technology Center over in Lee Summit for CVS. And it was a young lady that she caught my eye, and so I actually made a couple songs about her. And this was the first one.
Only money on my books you have to pay is towards Barnes and Noble, and that's for sure though. Do I have to have you? First time I seen you in gray yogas and then black sneaks with the Jordan logo.
And I think that was really it because she really did have on some gray yoga pants. And that thing was banging, and some black ones, triple black ones. I was like, as long as they weren't Air Force ones, it was all good.
Mm-hmm. I know my friend Corey is gonna pick up on the sneaker detail, and he's a real sneakerhead. He'll appreciate that.
Yeah, because I used to be a huge sneakerhead. I actually used to run the Foot Locker up in Council Bluffs, Iowa. And that's funny enough, that's where I met my son's mom. Yeah, she actually she was a manager over at Old Navy, and saw her every day, and yeah, things happen. You see the same people every day, and you're in a town not of your own.
So I'm Council Bluffs in Iowa, obviously, but I'm from Nebraska, so Omaha area is
okay.
I'm from more closer to Lincoln, but very very familiar with the area.
Yes, good old Council Kentucky.
I know, Jason, you've got some some thoughts and feelings that I kind of agree with and go along the same lines as far as like where you put your music and how intentional you're being about where people can find this. So before I go like any deeper into the track list, why don't you talk about like where you're choosing to put this and why?
Oh, well, right now, the only music that you can get of mine on all streaming platforms are the first two albums that I put out in the last 5 years, basically. So after 2020, there's more of my music that I've done before those that are also on YouTube and not on streaming services. But the first volume of my Disingenuous Love Songs album, which Reach produced, I think like half of those. And there's a mixtape that's actually turned into a full album called Ritoc, the Ruskin Reject. I just got fed up with the amount of money that artists have been making from streaming. There's actually two songs that I have that have actually done quite well on streaming services. One of them is called Looking for Help. Over all platforms combined, at least 750,000 streams. That's as of right now. And between 2021 and 2023, which I got the bulk of those streams. I made $48.
Mm-hmm.
So the math just don't be mathing. So it's kind of like I like making projects. I just don't like putting out, singles. I guess I'm a dinosaur when it comes to that. And it's just like if I have to set aside, $8,000 to $10,000 of, my money to start making, the project as far as acquiring the beats, because I'm not a beat leaser. Like I had to purchase the beat because I just wanted to be mine. Because I mean, sometimes I may not put out a song for, 3 or 4 years. So I don't want a lot of other people, making songs for that, putting them up on the, YouTube and all these other places where they can be streamed. Next thing people are like, hey, did you steal that? It's like, nah, it was the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to actually making just a little profit, I don't want to be that guy that's like, well, I'm doing this for the money, but at the same time, I at least want to break even. Right. So I put all of my pretty much every one of my albums going forward, at least for the first year, they are only going on my USBs, CDs, and then also like with this project, I'm getting vinyls made for it. So I just want to make a little, just a little something to, to cover what I'm doing, because it's like, man, everybody else is getting paid before I see a dime. And then even when I'm seeing a dime, I still got to break 17% off to, the distro kids. So it's like, what's happening here? It's like y'all taking 17% of the 0.0004% of the penny that I make per stream. And somebody help a brother. Yeah, let me get the HBO special. Help a brother out. Something's got to change.
Right, so people can stream some of this stuff directly on your YouTube channel, which is at JJ Ritoc, link in the description. And if they want to pick up some of that physical stuff, how would they do that?
Basically, you can go to my Instagram or Facebook. I actually have two Facebooks. I have my personal, which is kind of turned into professional, but then I also have the Jason Jefferson, aka Jay Ritoc, on Facebook. And then for Instagram, it's just JJ Ritoc. And you can get these guys right here. And I actually suggest that people start doing the USBs, because I get 100 of these from a couple of different places for like $250, and you can put pretty much 10 albums, on one of these. So it's worth it. You literally get all of my music right here, the same way that you can get it on Spotify. But I mean, just as fans go, start helping us out.
You can put it on your phone, stream it ad free.
Ad free. Oh yeah, and CDs also. Hey,
very nice.
CDs are making a comeback, y'all. This is one of my favorite songs. Actually, I made the last few years. My big bro, PL. A lot of people know him as KCPL. I used to do a lot of things around the town. Music. Ran a couple venues for a while. I had to finally get him on get a verse from him on the track. So
nice. Reach, what do you remember about the Dinner Time beat?
This one is it's another one, soul sample, older one. For those that are really on their music, it's a Durando sample. And so this is one where, again, you get the soulful bass. It's at the base of the track, but wanted to make this one feel like boom bap. So again, that through line, that center point that we always seem to circle around is the soul part of it. But we wanted something to have a little snap to it, to have a little grit to it, some harder drums. So this one came together nicely.
Yeah, tempo's nice and slow, which fits the sample and fits Jason's flow really nice, I think.
Yeah, I'm a guy that is often in that mid 80s BPM range. Yeah. Something that's real nice and easy, gets you a nice head nod, but also something that you can do some different things to track wise. Right. And so wasn't sure what the direction would be, but I love where he took it. I think he just added to the soulful vibes of it. He always tends to do that though with the song hooks. That's one of the things that I love about him as an artist is he knows how to elevate something.
Yeah. And see, I found my niche, and I think, and I actually got a comedian reach, because he's really like when I started getting his beats, like it almost forced me to step my song making game up. Because like I said, I used to be like super backpack dude. It wasn't about melodies at all. It was about how many, hard bars can I fit in these 16s? You know what I'm saying? I was rapping, honestly, for rappers. I was trying to impress rappers. And it's like the more beats that I got from him and, a couple other guys that I really locked in with, it was like that really did make me step my game up just as an artist. It was like, okay, I just can't rap no more. I have to learn how to make songs. Mm-hmm. And that's like I said, I got to commend him. I got to, thank him because he was a part of that. He was a part of my growth just as an artist.
When you guys collaborate, is the beat like all arranged and everything, or is there back and forth? Jason, you write some vocals, a couple of verses, a hook. Reach, you go back and arrange the beat around the vocals. Like, how much back and forth is there, or is it just like it's finished with the drops and everything, and Jason does the vocals? No.
That's one good thing, and he mentioned him earlier. One of our good friends, Jaz. Literally, I don't care who has anything to say, but what I'm about to say, I totally feel for 1,000%. He's the best engineer this side of the Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? You can say this person, that person. Like when Reed sends me the beat, is normally with all the stems, and then. The reason why I buy, you know what I'm saying, like me and Reach collab is because when I hear a beat from him normally, the hook is already being written. Like the first time I listen to it, like once that beat hits me, it's like boom, I got the hook. So he sends the files, I take them over to Jaz, we record. And then I let Jaz do his thing.
Gotcha.
So that's with literally every song that you've heard, from me the last 10 years now. Because like me and Jaz been locked in since 2016. And the only other person who I've let mix anything of mine is Buddha. And he's also at 64-111. So if it hasn't come from 64-111, that's not a Ritoc song. Because it's all them. So
nice.
That's just how it is. And you know what I'm saying? That Reach already got the, you know what I'm saying? He already put that razzle dazzle on it. So, we just, sprinkle a little something extra on it. And then, I throw the vocals. Next thing you know, you got another one.
Yeah, you could tell when a beat, for me at least, like when a beat is working, you can just loop it endlessly, right? And it's not a song yet, but something about the way drums, bass, sample, keys locks in.
Yeah.
You could tell, like, there's a difference between a loop and something that's going to be a song to my ears.
That's most definitely.
Speaking of songs, Salvatore and Lobster Bisque.
Man, this that one, man. Shout out to Gnosis. Oh, this man, Gnosis is a sick team. I've been wanting to work with him for a while, and man, this one of them ones right here.
If I made it, now imagine it'd be like this. Wake up real grateful in the morning and then I twist. My baby doing her hair, she's so pretty, give her a kiss. Noses in the kitchen, whipping up breakfast. Grab my keys, grab my coat, hug my kids goodbye. On the way to the studio, feeling so sublime. Pulled up, black on black, Monte Carlo, 85. Making music, making money. Man, I love this job. Hit the engineer line, let them know that I'm outside. Security door open, I pimp right inside. Executives and interns talking about deadlines. I told them chill out, bro.
This is actually the one song that I made before my first official album as a solo artist that I do on all of my shows. It don't matter what the venue is. I do this track no matter what.
Feel free, we got it. We accept the compliments. We write this contract minus the incompetence. Third eye open, see a devil with a suit on. Can't bullshitter, what is you on? Snapped out my daydream and woke up.
Yeah, this is a nice tempo for a crowd. Just a nice bounce.
Every single pair of J's, 600 pairs of drawers. Socks never worn twice, hitting models raw.
And I actually put this on the first volume of Disingenuous Love Songs. Like, it doesn't fit, but it fits.
You losers pampering these brats broke with no get back. They got nothing for you. She still.
And I actually dropped a quadruple entendre on this verse, and this is one of my favorite verses. Like, I had to come through with something on this.
But I'm on call safe, already home. No matter how hard they've been trying to block my plate, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna slide. I can make numbers lie like Israelites, and that's on God. With these monstrous triple entendres, they bonkers in bunches, it's disgusting. And when I double up, guess who runner up? But if my pen wasn't so vicious, would I know whether or not she was delicious? Probably, cause my medulla oblongata keeps me.
Wasn't so vicious.
I works my talent and my talent's OT. Time and a half, I could part the Red Sea with my staff. That means I'm banging on her, period. But you won't catch me drenched in blue, walking funny. I flamed up, yelling, so woo, like the RZA owes me money. Niggas must have thought I forgot how to rap out because I be making songs about bitches.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk too much through that one.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, because I was gonna say part of what I love about doing the show is like listening together, even online, and when a piece of music just starts to resonate and you just want to listen, and I love it when that happens.
Yeah, when I first heard that one, that was one of them ones where it didn't matter how much Reach wanted for it. I was like, I had to have it, and yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do this justice. Like I had to. And like I said,
I feel like this was a period where the tracks trended a little more cinematic. Like there's one other track that came around this same time that's on this project called That Thing on Me, and it's like the samples for that were a bit more cinematic. So it was like it really set the stage for more storytelling. That's why I felt like Gnosis was so good on that particular track, because he really painted a picture in his verse.
He did. Because you really can't see it.
We should mention, Reach, too, if other artists are interested in your beats, where should they go to find out more about that?
They can always come to me.
Right.
I'm on
where?
I'm on all socials as MC Reach. Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Facebook. But my tracks are hosted on SoundCloud. And that's under my production handle. So soundcloud.com/The Johns. That's where you can hear everything that I have. Basically, it's up to date. Everything that's available that hasn't been spoken for by another artist. But certainly they can reach out directly.
Perfect. And I know that, but it works better if you say it because not everybody reads the notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
Go ahead, Jason.
And I just want to say, I don't know how Express, which was the original name of the Dinner Time beat on SoundCloud. I don't know how it made it that long without me snatching it. I'm super lucky on that. Because when I heard it, I was like, hold on, why haven't I heard this before? And then when I looked at the date that it dropped, I was like, ain't no way. So sometimes I guess I just have to be in the in the album making mood.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of stuff. Most of it doesn't make money, but it makes me happy. So I will take a break from music and doing certain things to go collect baseball cards that I've been trying to acquire for a while. Or sometimes I may just go to Wayside Waifs and play with the kittens. I'm weird like that, but I like cats. So
No, I love that. I'm a well-known cat guardian. I mean, here's one of my cats right here.
that's what's up.
For the listeners on YouTube, I'm showing off my cat hoodie.
Man, hey, did you know that there's a lady down in Belton that sells Bengal kittens? I'm
No.
getting a Bengal kitten.
Wow.
Whoa!
That's crazy. I thought you had to go to Cali to get them, and she's literally 20 minutes away. I'm not gonna say her name because the one that I want, I don't want nobody to snatch it up.
Yeah,
she got
we wanna
a
blow
she
her
got
up
an
like
orange
that.
and black one. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Who would have thought that we'd be talking about Bengal kittens?
That's
Right.
crazy.
Well, I can bring us back to the music. Here's I'm not sure. You got to tell me actually what this track is called. I'm not sure if it's Lazy Eye or Amsterdam, but it's got to be one of those, right?
It is Lazy Eye. The original beat was called Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't let me change it on the wave file, so I was like, yeah. But it gives you that Amsterdam feeling, though, which is also one of my places that I want to visit on my bucket list. So. Yeah, when that bass started walking, I had to get it.
I can do better, but I don't want to. When it comes to love, I'm just lazy. Don't mean I don't want you. I can do better, but I don't want to. When it comes to love, I'm just lazy. Don't mean I don't want you. Seriously, thought you was cool with being my Monday and Tuesday. Lately been hitting me on the weekends. I'm at the point where maybe we should just...
How do you decide what to rap on and what to sing on? Or is it just intuitive, like whatever hits you first, whatever that moment is?
Yeah, how I'm feeling. Because like I said, most of the time, when I hear the beat, when it's a banger like this, the hook starts writing itself. Like, I don't think I ever put a pen to the pad on this hook because I just started singing it. So sometimes that happens. I'm not a free writer anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I don't write a song and then go look for the beat. I find the beat and I let it take me where it's supposed to take me. So, yeah, this is another one that kind of sat around for a while and it just had to be right. So I had to make sure that this was right.
I'm not gonna kiss you and give you mixed signals. God didn't send me to fix you if you got men issues.
That's my favorite bar off the album right there.
Straight savage and she hate marriage. Salute to her for being a great parent. Cause her better half is straight average. Told her he was a diamond in the rough, but I'm 8 carats. For the paper, I take no days off. Hey Ferris. I admit and say sorry, but that's been few and hardly since Ken was tricking with Barbie and the shit was Atari. Sorry if my feelings is tardy to the party. I can do better, but I don't want to.
And I'll say shout out to KCPL again. He's actually doing the backup vocals on that one. we was in the studio so much this summer. He's actually on a bunch of songs of mine.
That little stuff is so important, right? And making something feel finished and
Yeah. Because it was like it needed something. Like it really did. So like when he did that little part, I was like, there it is. Like let's go ahead and you know what I'm saying, mix and master this and get this one done.
perfect. Well, listeners, you can grab this music from Jason directly. We talked about that. Links in the description. You can listen to DeJohn's beats on SoundCloud and other places. We'll be back next week with the back half of this project. But until then, take care, and thanks for listening to Dat Fury Radio.
Appreciate y'all.